Once again, you join me, and I'm glad you're with me, tell you the truth. This has been a preposterous journey. And I haven't got a clue where I am. I know where the bike is, roughly, and I've left my footprints in soft sand. So hopefully I'll be able to pick them up again. My map is telling me that it's this way. And believe me, I haven't got a clue. Right. Oh, I say, look at that. All these. Oh, wow. Oh, hold on. Yes. Yes. Hours and hours of work has paid off. But let's soak in the moment before I get carried away. See all this? And here, this is all bamboo, isn't it? Look at this. It's beautiful. And through here, I can see some stones that look a bit square. But before I go bowling in, let me mark the ground. Aha, look. Here we go. There is a snail shell. Now that's quite a thing, isn't it? That's nice and white. So when I came in, there's a snail shell there. And then we're going to do a mark with an arrow. There we go. Right. Which tells me I exit that way. Snail shell arrow. Right. But you and I... Oh, yes. Bingo. Oh, wonder, stop, right, don't run, Bee. I have a habit of running towards these. Look at this, isn't this amazing? There's bamboo and everything else. And I promise you, I absolutely promise you, I'm seeing it as you are seeing it. I haven't, I haven't got my tripod. I've got to go back and get my Oh, wow. Oh, wow, indeed. Oh, my Lord. Ow, oh, gosh. Ow. Ow. This is all thorns. Ow. God. Hold on. I'm caught. Oh, stop it. Ow. Get off. Ow. Ah, damn it. Oh, gee. H. Whoa. Okay. Wow. Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Seaman, Teng, I believe. It's been an incredible journey, but just look at that. Hello and welcome to Forgotten Temples. And this one, Seaman Teng, yes, that is its name, certainly is the most forgotten I've ever seen. Well, if we translate that into the journey itself, because it has been ridiculously hard to find this. I have spent about 3 hours just on dirt tracks and dusty lanes and over fields trying to hone in on this one. And that shot you saw at the beginning of me getting oh so excited looking for it was genuine. Because people have asked me, can we have a bit more of you travelling towards the temples? So I do that now. And it was then that I spied it. So after all those hours and all this humidity and the insects are unbelievable, it was an absolute eureka moment. I mean, just look at this. In the middle of a bamboo forest, in the middle of Cambodia, lays an ancient temple that hardly anyone ever visits. It is just remarkable. But let me stand out of frame for just a moment so you may soak it in. It is a thing of absolute wonder. And what an incredible setting it is in, with this bamboo, which I love so much because it's so impenetrable. It's beautiful, but it's also so strong. And I did say to you, almost completely unvisited, because somebody does come here, I'm pleased to say. Here are some joss sticks. And the ones that do usually come will be some local old lady. So he does have at least one chum, which I find very gratifying. Now, the other reason I'm over here is to give you an idea of perspective. Look at it. It is way bigger than maybe the initial shot suggested to you. And that's why I was so wildly excited. It is an absolute colossus that's just hidden away and, well, neglected, apart from probably his one old lady chum. But this is pretty much all of it, so this won't be a long video. So as always, I extend my hand and say, take that hand and join me as we have a look round something that is stunningly beautiful. So here he is. Let's move on and get into his heart. At the end of this, I've got some sculptures to show you. But first, let's have our walk round. Now, it's quite incredible, isn't it? Something of this size and this grandeur has just been left to, well, rot away. It is truly a spectacular temple. And it holds its first mystery just round the corner here. One I believe I've decoded. Because, have a look. See this stone here? It is completely different to all the others, isn't it? I mean, it just sticks out as obviously different. And there's a reason for that. If we touch it, we'll see why. And it's because, see the dust on my hands? That would have gone if there was any rain, unless this is done recently, which obviously it is. So this is the kids again. We've seen this a few times. The kids like to rub the stones. I believe it has something to do with luck and other such tales I've been told. But the real pleasure of this temple is just to consider it. I mean, imagine sitting right there on that block amongst all this lovely bamboo and just contemplating life. What a wonderful place to come and reflect and relax and just forget about those usual stresses and strains. It really is a beautiful temple, this one. And now it's time to descend down the back and over these, which was once the opposing wall. Now, what always amazes me when I come to these places, especially something as lost and, well, abandoned as this, is thinking back to the day when it was completed. And one can only imagine the fanfare and the festival that was held to, commemorate such a momentous moment. I have to get through all these thorns, it's not easy, to commemorate the opening of this incredible achievement. And one can only really reflect back and think, well, if you could bring some of those people back here today, how very disappointed they would be at its state and how it is so forgotten. But I believe there is hope, because Cambodia is changing radically. Their GDP keeps increasing, their rice production keeps increasing. They're one of the stars of Asia at the moment. They're doing rather well. And they will do better, and hopefully when those major things are sorted out, they will come back and have a look at such things as these temples. Now, I promised you some sculptures at the beginning, didn't I? And I will not tell you a lie, for they're right in front of you. But we need to get a bit closer, of course. Have a look at this. We have some priests, but unfortunately they have been looted as well. Look, you see them there? With their faces gone. 1, 2, 3, 4. But they're exquisitely beautiful, with the lovely green moss and everything, which also gives it that abandoned, lost boy's adventure sort of feel to it. So this has been Seaman Tang, and he's fundamentally this wall. But it suggests great might. It tells a story all of its own. We've got the 4 headless priests who still keep a blind guard over him. And I hope he gets more visitors and he gets a bit more love, care and attention, because he really is an eye-popping treat, although incredibly difficult to find. I hope you've enjoyed this quick trip around. As always, like, subscribe, but above all, please comment. It's a lonely business doing what I do. And until next time, as always, I wish you absolutely nothing but the very best. Take good care.